That's it. Hi, Laurel. We're gonna wave. You gonna say hi?
Hello. Hello.
Hi, Laurel. We thought we'd leave you a little message tonight, and we'd introduce you to a new character in the family. And say, would you like to lift up? Okay. This little patchy bear is Honey Bear. I know I said I was gonna get a pink or purple bear, but I saw this one and it was all unloved, and it was sitting on a shelf, and it was covered in cute little patches. So this is now Honey Bear. And do we like Honey Bear?
Yes.
Yes. So we thought we'd show you. The girls are gonna cuddle.
It was a rescue bear.
Okay, it's a rescue bear, yeah. An unloved bear that needed to be loved. So, are you gonna tell Laurel what you did today? Did you guys go to school?
Yes.
Was it good fun?
Yes.
Now, we thought Daddy would make up a story. We'd tell you the story and say goodnight, okay? So Daddy's gonna make up a story for these guys, and then we'll let you go, okay? So do we want a cat story?
Yes.
Okay, should we have...
We only got 1 minute 20.
I know. Daddy has to think of a cat. Let's see. Yes, I know which one we'll have. We'll have the story of Jojo. Okay, do you want the story of Jojo?
Which story is
Okay. Jojo lived in New York City, and he was an alley cat. He'd grown up in an alleyway, unloved and unwanted, and he learned how to survive by hunting in the streets and fighting with all the other alley cats. Being an alley cat was a very, very tough life, and you had to be a tough cat to survive in the alleyways. His main diet was mice, for you see, the city was full of mice, and nobody liked mice. So everybody was happy to see cats chasing mice, even if the cats were strays. And when he got rid of mice from restaurants and hotels, well, quite often Jojo would get a nice piece of fish or a treat to say thank you. And you want to sit where? You can? Okay. Do you want to sit on the bed? Daddy will tell the story while you guys are in the bed. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways and we'll carry on. Okay? Well, Jojo carried on. He carried on. And it was like this for a long time. Until one day, Jojo saw a big, shiny, white mouse. It was unusual. It was bigger than usual. And it seemed to be looking at him curiously. Well, Jojo decided the mouse would be his prize. So he chased down the alleyway. And just as he was about to strike, the mouse escaped. The mouse was very clever. Every time Jojo tried to capture it, he was unable to. The mouse would escape. Jojo pulled in all of his cunning, and he eventually caught the mouse. He was surprised that when he caught the mouse squeaked, "Stop!" The mouse asked Jojo why he was trying to kill him. Well, Jojo had never thought of this before. Cats always chase mice. That's what cats did. The mouse said that he wasn't going to do anybody any harm, and he never stole food from restaurants, and that he didn't want to die. Well, Jojo looked into his eyes and suddenly realized he didn't want to kill the mouse. Would you have killed the mouse? If he was a friendly mouse? Well, Jojo decided not to. He decided to have pity on the mouse. The mouse explained that his name was Felix. And it wasn't long before Felix and Jojo became friends. Well, Felix introduced Jojo into all the different secrets of the mice. It wasn't long before they were having lots of fun together. The other cats thought Jojo was crazy, and they wouldn't speak to him anymore because he played with mice. Jojo the Mouse Killer, a friend of the mice. It didn't make sense, does it? Well, Felix the Mouse was very fun, and he loved to do tricks. He could do headstands and somersaults, jump through hoops and all sorts. Jojo had an idea. He decided he was going to start his very own mouse circus, and that he would entertain cats with his travelling pack of mice. So he decided to invent a really good show. It was really fun. It was a big success. And it wasn't long till one day he got the attention of two little cats. Two little cats that sat at the back of the audience. Two unusual cats, because they were pink and white and striped. And they liked to giggle a lot. And what the people did notice is the sweets that they ate never seemed to run out. And they had wonderful tastes. The cats were called Strawberry and Sparkle. They were eating special BB sweets. Well, they loved the show, and they loved Jojo and his circus. At the end of it, Strawberry wanted more. So did Sparkle. 2 seconds, I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. When all the cats had left, Strawberry and Sparkle were still sat in the back row of the circus. Jojo was talking to the mice and congratulating them on a wonderful night of trickery. We had a brilliant show and everything had went well. Then he noticed 2 pink cats he thought very strange coming towards him. The cats introduced themselves and told him that they belonged to a world where cats lived only. Well, Jojo had been living in the streets for a long time, but he had never heard of such a place. But the cats seemed real. Well, he agreed to go with the cats, but only on one condition, that he could bring his mice and Felix, his friend.
He could turn them into cats.
Well, they never had mice in the kingdom of cats. But Strawberry and Sparkle smiled at each other. You see, there was no hate or violence around the cats. And all the cats were very friendly, even the biggest ones like Jethro. So they decided to take him.
Titan.
And Titan. So they decided to take him to the field where the rainbow ends. It was a little bit scary at first for Jojo as he reached that one paw and touched the rainbow. It was wonderful. Jojo turned into a purple cat. But more wonderful than that, the things he touched afterwards changed colour too.
What?
The mice were so happy to see Jojo, a beautiful purple Jojo, that Felix ran to give him a hug. And as he hugged Jojo, Felix turned pink. Then each mouse in turn went to hug Jojo. Each one turned a different colour. Yellow mice, orange mice, blue mice, purple mice. It was the most wonderful thing ever. They say,
I don't each one like to hug him.
because they all loved Jojo. He'd been their friends. The only cat that had ever been friends with the mice. Well, Strawberry and Sparkle took Jojo and the mice up to the king's palace. King Flavour smiled when he saw them all come in, and they told his story to them. Well, he was so excited to see the show that he demanded one instantly. And all the cats in the kingdom were called to see the show. Jasper was there, Titan, Jethro, all of them, Clarice, they all came to see the show. And from that day forward, they always said one of the funnest shows